setup pretty tight so you can actually see what's happening a little better. We're doing rhinocerize. Ooh, we do it that way. Ooh, I don't know. Yeah, let's do it that way. I'm feeling that. Let's do it. What's that from? That's from the camera setup. Look at that tripod. Pretty cool. We'll leave it. That's no problem. Kind of want this light a little bit less. Right. There you go. Okay. So we have two rhinoceroses. It's probably gonna come in upside down. No, well, that's perfect. That's what we're doing. We're gonna draw these little beauties. And when I was in 6th grade, I did a book report on the black rhinos by choice. I thought they were the awesomest animals I've ever seen, and they are. They're just like crazy dinosaurs, just beautiful and strong, but they have this sensibility about them, this beauty, this softness at the same time, like ugly beauty, if you want to use those words. And the other reason rhinoceros are so sick is because they have so many shapes. We can go in and find these delicious shapes. So here we go. When I'm thinking about drawing, it's basically just like shape, circles, triangles, and squares. And you have a rectangle or a square that the image is contained in. The paper has a shape. So you're concerned with creating a focal point, which is the point of highest contrast, and creating a situation where, let's say that's your focal point right here, your eye moves around. So you have a nice flow going back to that focal point. So you have contrast, focal point, and then you have flow. And the other thing is intention, right? So if you make a shape like this and then you cross over it, the middle of that shape was created without intention, you know? So we're trying to avoid that because shapes mean very specific things. They're symbols, ancient symbols, and you're communicating when you draw a symbol. So that's why everything is really abstract. All realism, quote unquote, is really abstract. Just shapes of color smashed together to give you the illusion that it's reality. But if you don't understand the abstract fabric, you're really not communicating anything. It's really just in your mind. It's just mental speculation. So when you have the fabric, the structure of this symbology and this balance and this harmony, then it's, in my opinion, you're actually allowed to say something. You're actually allowed to imprint an image over that of, realism, because the symbols are more important than anything. There's a whole magic to the abstraction of symbols. I'll do a video of that, and I'll put it up here so you can see that. But really, I encourage people to start with abstract shapes and keep drawing until your designs start looking awesome and you start really understanding how to create balance and harmony. And then you can move into something like this where you're taking these shapes and you're creating something that's realistic, or you could stay abstract. Either way, it works, But there are rules to the game. Just like music, you can't just slam your fingers on the keys and think that people are going to enjoy that. Maybe 1% love like keyboard smash slamming just because they want to be rebels, and great, they can keep that. But for most of us, if someone just yanks randomly on a violin, we're going to tell them to stop. Unfortunately, with the visual art, the eye isn't trained to see disharmony, and there's a whole movement, a modern movement of like ideas, speculation being better than harmony and peace and the symbology of shape, which is fine, like it exists and great. There's an industry for it, but it's not fine. Fine means finished, means perfect, means balanced, means harmonic, means geometric, sacred. So it's on a whole different level of understanding and application, It's unfortunate that somebody can just scribble on a painting and then just say that it means war or whatever, and then try to sell it for an inflated price because they know gallery owners or they're connected in this way or that way. I think that's it's a scam. Honestly, I think it's kind of a scam, but it is what it is. There's no hate, man. It's all good. Business is its own art, as I'm starting to understand. So people find it valuable, then it is valuable, man. That's really all there is to it. Like, there's no harm in selling a product to somebody that finds value in it. So we just have to keep doing what we're doing, trust the value, and move on. So here we go, Mr. and Mrs. Rhino. I think it's male and female. I'm not sure. I get that sense. Anyway, jump right in here. Just kind of picking a random shape, you know. The cool thing about drawing realism is that, like, I haven't done this while talking. This is kind of interesting. There's no fear, you know, because you know, like, even if you mess up the proportions and it doesn't look accurate, who cares? Because it's still balanced and beautiful, and the symbols still mean something. That's the secret that people don't know, that you and I know, is that realism doesn't matter. I could be the craziest nose. It doesn't matter. It's the shape. It's the harmony of the shape and the balance that is what is making something beautiful or valuable, right? So I'm just kind of going in here and just freestyling, man. Just having fun with these guys. You know what I mean? Like, a lot of it is like, I'm not even thinking about it. I'm just kind of like rolling along. It's just like, how is it not fun to draw these massive horns on this beautiful, majestic beast? You know what I mean? The more you start to understand shapes and consider shapes to be your friend, and they reveal their secrets to you. Like, I love the concave, convex, or opposite. I don't know. Cave is a cave. I don't know. Something I should probably look into, but I like that contrast of shape. So here we go. I'm gonna give him his little eye. I'm not even looking to see if really this is in proportion to the whole thing or not. Doesn't matter, because you do have an eraser, you know, and there's no problem with erasing your line if you want to. These days I don't erase anything. I just run with it, you know. If it's not clicking for some reason, not like it ever hasn't, but I think that if it just didn't click or something, I might start over instead of just like erasing. I kind of am a purist in that way. I think that, like, the immediacy and speed of the drawing has a freshness and a life to it that is more important than sitting there and rendering and rendering and rendering and rendering and trying to perfect, like, the way it looks. You know what I mean? It's way less important to me than being loyal to the shapes and the symbology of the shapes and the structure and the freedom of moving quickly and the confidence of knowing that, you know, what you're doing is valuable because of the speed. So yeah, so slowing down to erase or to try to perfect something that doesn't need to be perfected, to me, is kind of silly, and I don't really do that. But I will say that it's imperative to know the shape language and to get your abstracts really awesome before you do realism, because that's the structure that they're being built on. So you should understand, like, flow and intention. Each shape is being closed. Each shape is closed intentionally. There's a nice smile for my guy. What a special gentleman. I'm gonna give him a nice little smile, because he's a nice special guy. Where was that? I'm not even looking at the at the reference image, really. I'm just kind of going in here and just playing around. And bro, like, it's pretty tight, all things considered, you know. I think we're doing all right here. We've been doing a lot of circles, a lot of triangles, and sometimes I just like to do, like, bam, bam, you know, just those, like, strong rectangular lines. Let's see what's going down here. Got his leathery neck, just doing some randomness. It's like a dance, man. It's like poetry. Look at that armor. Look at that guy, dude. You know, I'm giving him a little more gangster lean than he needs, but, you know, it's all right. Look at that armor. Chunk. Snacks going in there. Look at that. See the difference right there between those circles and those triangles? It's a whole language, man. You only need 3 shapes. If you go out in the world and you start deconstructing the view around you, you can see that everything breaks down into like a large circle, large rectangle, large square, large triangle, and then from that you can take these other pieces from it to create smaller versions of the main version. This is just completely made up, you know, just based on experience of balance, I guess, you know. Kind of like that leg back in. See the difference right there? Like just adding that turned it more into like less of a triangle excitement and more of like a stable square structure. Kind of like I'm holding still. Great, so we're doing pretty good. Can draw some of those circles. Why? Because I feel like it, man. I don't know. I don't have any reason for doing this. I was just like, oh, some circles would be sick, and so there you go. Maybe it's just some, yeah, there you go. Whatever. So now, let's draw the homie. Good. Where were we at? 10 minutes? This is working out pretty well, man. Great. Hope my battery doesn't die suddenly. So now we're gonna bring the friend in. I'm gonna start with the easiest shape that I can find. Look at that, man. How nature just perpetuates itself. It's like a flower petal, you know, this beautiful ear from this beautiful baby. Oh, this is so fun, man. These shapes are just so rad. Drawing is all about shapes, man. You know, people are like, sketch, 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 sketch. Do, 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 do. That's like a whole nother level of drawing. That's value. That's tone here. That's what I'm talking about. Bam. This is tone right here. This is the whole sketch, 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 sketch. If you don't understand the structure of shapes, there's no reason to bring it into 3D. If you don't understand the structure of your piece, then why would you want to try to make something that isn't strong 3-dimensional? There's just no reason to do it. It's not going to work. It's not going to hold up well. It's not going to be balanced. It's just going to make somebody really discouraged. You know, it's not going to be strong. It's not going to be communicating. Like, you're not respecting the shapes. Like, you have to respect the shapes. The shapes are a language and they're a code and they're saying something. And you can't just like tell someone this is a duck. And this duck means this. No, it doesn't, man. No. Those are circles and squares and triangles, and they're saying their own thing, you know? And once you understand that, then you can superimpose the duck on there. But, you know that's an afterthought. Like, it's not about the duck at all, you know? It's about, like, the beauty of the harmony. So here we are. Oh, this ear is supposed to be way bigger. It's all right. Now it's bigger. Supposed to be. It's not supposed to be anything, bro. You know what I mean? So here we go. This jawline is going to be the sickest. Yo. Just jump in there. These guys are so raw. They're like just the craziest like dinosaurs. I don't understand how someone could kill this beast for its like tusk. Just to turn it into like some stupid jewelry, dude. Man, that's bad karma, bro. I'm not with that. These beautiful babies getting killed for their tusks. These beautiful dinosaurs. It's not nice, man. I don't love it. I don't love it. I don't love that. Look at that. Oh, look at you. Look at your beautiful nose. Look at how sweet you are. Look at your little smile. They have these little smiles. They're like, dude, I'm a silly lady. Here you go, baby. Let's give you like a little eyelash. You're so pretty. You're such a pretty lady. Look at you. Oh, it looks more like a hippo, kind of. The proportions aren't exact, but that's kind of the point. Is like, that's part of the swag of doing this, you know, It's like magic happens, and people can feel it. People can feel that it's authentic, you know. People can feel that you're having an authentic experience. They can see the speed, man. That's the thing. Like people know when you're hesitating, and you're not confident, and man, like, what did Salvador Dali said that drawing is the purity of art. It's true, man. Drawing and painting, it's like you can't hide behind your strokes. You can't just like, it's all right there. That's what's so amazing, and why it's just a beautiful thing is because like anyone and everyone can do this, and everyone has their own, you know, signature and taste for strokes, and everyone has the opportunity to express themselves. No one is ever gonna draw like me. I've got my own language, my own preference for shapes, my own approach, and everyone's got their own coded DNA, their own coded like way to be unique. So there we go. There you have it. Dang, it's pretty sick, man. Now I'm gonna just do some random, you know, energy lines. Kind of an extension. This is like the flourish of finishing, you know, just letting loose. The speed, you know, the speed is what it's all about. There you go. Maybe something, maybe a sweet little message. I love you. With the heart in front. Why? Cause I make the rules, bro. There it is. Oh, man, I like it. What do you think? Pretty happy with this. We're still filming. Everything's great. Now I'm gonna put this outline on here, and I thought it was so sick that like this is actually like negative space right here. I don't know if I should speed this part up or, you know, it is kind of probably a little boring just to watch me do the outline here. It's not really anything special. Actually, if I had a bigger pencil, I'd probably just hit that all the way around, but I don't. I do. Yes, here we go. Got my black wing, bro. Got the black wing. Removable erasers. What now? Black wing. But it's still kind of sharp still, but if I go in here sideways, there we go. Man, I want to do a drawing with the black wing, bro. Yeah, just like digital is cool. I get it, you know, but for me, it's digital is more about like tonal studies and color studies than it is drawing. There's just something about the magic of the line, like the speed, like that like, what am I doing? See, now I'm not paying attention. And I will erase that because it's not supposed to be a thick line, it's supposed to be a thin line. But it's okay. It's all good. It's all good in the hood. I'm getting so excited. I'm forgetting about the tiny aesthetics. It's all good. I'm thinking if I'm gonna outline him or not. I think I will. I think I'll outline them both. Man, this is like nice and dark. This black wing's coming through. See, that's way better for outlining than trying to get like a number 5 double size, scratching that. You get like nice pure outlines here. Yeah, boy. I don't know why, but I love the contrast of like a simple thick outline and then some thin lines. Yeah, this black wing though, bro. Black wing. Nice and sharp. Done. There it is, man. My 2 rhinos. And they love each other so much. All right, rest in peace, beautiful dinosaurs. Thanks for watching.